Hello. Hello. It's me. I'm Gabriel. This is Watcher DM. You are watching, and yeah, I am gonna take some time today to work on an adventure module that I've been working on for fucking years. This point, called Goblin the Musical. In fact, God, I think I did like a one of my first streams on one of my other channels. Was me actually working on this in that context. Um, yeah, I think. Dang it, there's no entertainer background. Gotta get rid of this. I guess we can just say each member selects a musical instrument to play. Because that's not SRD. Can't use entertainer background. SRD. Speaking of SRD, actually just made public something that I was kind of surprised I couldn't find before. But basically, yeah, I'll just crack this open here and give you the deets on the goods. So the fifth edition SRD standard reference document is how you get monsters right for most things. So I went ahead and I just put them all, well, me and a friend of mine put them all into Notion. So you can actually copy this Notion, which I will post the link to. Yeah. Anyway, and yeah, you can go get access to that, and it has all of the monsters from the fifth edition SRD, as well as some of our monsters in them that we've done up. But yeah, super useful within Notion. You can also duplicate it, so you don't have to like link to ours or whatever. You can just duplicate it. But oh, so much nicer to be able to just throughout this here, for instance, like I think here we talk about Grimmy Rovine, and here now I can just say Grimmy. Oh, Grimmy. And there I've got now the link to the stat block now. I did not actually finish the stat block for Grimmy, so he will have to sort that out later. But it is there. Pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. We talk about okay, so the monstrous instrument conversion is pretty cool. Hey, long time no see. 11 of Swords. Chris, you're doing good. Fuck yeah, dude. Uh, it has been a long time, and it's good to see you. Yeah, I'm, you know, living the dream, working on stuff, trying to make more D&D stuff all the time, which is crazy. Um, hey, how are you doing? How's life for the 11 of Swords? Let's see. When you say this is Chris, does that mean this is Cheeto? Or is there another Chris? Because I do know a couple of Chris's. It may come as a surprise to you, the hermit that I am, that I know more than one Chris. High noon. Oh, snap, dog! Chris! What up? Holy shit. How you been? High noon. My favorite Tabaxi Warlock. Fucking yeah, dude. It is good to see you. Scarred Frontier. Fuck yeah. Oh man, classic. Classic. Still one of my favorite campaigns I've ever run to date. That was so much fun. I literally fucking went to Funky's like 2 nights ago with uh with Andrew and did karaoke at the Grand Union across the way. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. I hope you've been playing. Yeah, Funky's opened like seriously like a week ago. Um, we just kind of found out too. Like they were actually honestly pretty dead. But they had karaoke at Grand Union, so we went and did karaoke and then went back to Funky's, and I laid down this super sick like pickup line on this chick. It was great. It worked kind of, but like she was there with the dude, so I was just like, oh cool, like you don't get to practice that shit all the time. So I was really impressed with myself. Which I think is probably why pickup lines exist, so that you can feel good about yourself. Like, oh, I'm trying. Right? How are you doing? What have you been working on? Are you still working in cosmetics and such, or kicking around the island? Terrabellum. Pretty cool. The band name generator is not shitty on here. Working at a lighting store right now. Trying to get a piercing apprenticeship. Oh, that's cool. Nothing like putting holes in people. Pretty dope. A lighting store. I'm curious what that is. That like, because I know here in Vancouver, like that could mean stabby. Is it like theatrical lighting, or is it like just lighting, like like 'cause oddly enough, my favorite lamp of all time is right here in frame. Housing lighting fixture. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that lamp over there, I got at a lighting store in Concord, California. But I was like, I got a flat tire or something, and ended up like it was at night, and took it into the tire place, and it was right next to this lighting store. So it was the only thing we could do was go to this lighting store and like chill out and burn like an hour and a half while they fixed our car. And it ended up picking up this crazy cool lighting fixture, which I love to this day. So yeah, fucking A. House lighting fixtures, very dope. Richmond IKEA. Richmond is a place in my mind. I think I know where it is on a map, but I can honestly say I've only been to Richmond probably like 2 or 3 times, absent the YVR like airport trip. All the times that I've been out there, other than that, was to go to the Imperial Game Store out there. So I got a bunch of minis and stuff. Let's see. Is this approaches and be bones out of business at his venue? Yeah, I guess we'll just do that. A bulbous, greasy, fat, and bald hobgoblin approaches you, his beady eyes taking you in. You guys really that good? He says. Harumph. I sure could use a music act to draw some business to my watering hole. Pretty great. Yeah, no, it's not shitty. Of course, like you have not been to my new place. You have not seen we haven't hung out since we played D&D on Andrew's front yard. Socially distanced D&D. Andrew's front yard. But you should come out and chill sometime, like in a nice little backyard like fire pit situation and deck, and the place is big. We do all kinds of crafts and weird shit. Art. I've got my minis collection has gotten even more ridiculous and big. Because of course it has. That's just how I am. But yeah. Cool. Right on. Well, I know last time we had talked about doing some stuff. You were like, I loved how pragmatic and real you were about it too. You were like, I'm so fucking busy. I'm so fucking busy. I was like, yeah, cool. like, like, don't even think about it, man. You're good. But yeah, if you wind up with a little extra time, let me know. I'm imagining you still have well, you found me on here, so you know where I am on the internet at least, which is 9/10 of the battle apparently in the modern time. This looks really weird. Why did it create 2 tables? That doesn't make any sense. I think this is just supposed to be a continuation of that table. So fix it. Bonk. Pardon me. I have just yo-yoed between busy and dead inside all year. You know, the dead inside vibes, I feel that. I feel that pretty hard. I've been somehow managing to like keep my sanity by just like hyper focusing on what we'll call work. It's not work. Like I'm just making D&D stuff with some other nerds. Um, it looks like work, kind of the right angle. So, but yeah, if it wasn't for this shit, I would definitely be just crying in my basement all the time. DC 12, right. For each one, okay, so I'll hit you up and we can make plans. I'm working on some art stuff. Ooh, I'll listen to you do some D&D stuff though. I was watching the new Critical Role before. Oh, nice. Yeah, new Critical Role's looking pretty sweet. But yeah, go ahead and grind some art, and I'm gonna try and clean this little monster maker up. So, the part I was working on here is the street team. So you got to spread the word. The party needs to come up with at least 4 different ways to promote the show using either skills or magic. Advantage can be given for ideas that focus on getting lots of attention and virality. Once the party has come up with what each person is going to do, have them roll a skill test for their effects. So I think the way to do this is, instead of putting the skill test up here in the top, we're just going to rip this sentence out, and we're going to say below are some ideas for a number of skills, but feel free to associate player ideas with skills or spells. So a hawker, and then we can just say successful on DC 12 charisma persuasion check. Yeah, I think that seems legit. And then that'll just, basically I can use that same formula here to get all these monsters out. So, cool guy name drop. You or someone you employ dresses up as someone much cooler and more important than they are, and name drops the band in the event near hopeful attendees. Success on DC 12 charisma performance, although I feel like this should be deception instead of performance. Yeah, we're gonna go for deception. Most of them are charisma, I think, although I do like there's a couple that aren't. Canvas the streets. You run all over creation, pasting unwanted concert information onto random surfaces. It's a workout, but it's effective. Pretty cool. That's on a DC strength athletics check. Church bulletin board. We'll let you put up anything on those. In those temple boards. It's like medieval Craigslist. Intelligence religion check. Seems legit. Bring your clientele. You manage to get your hands on something illicit and dole it out to users while telling them you will be holding at the show. Medicine check. Seems legit. Follow the data. You meticulously observe the demographics of the bar and push for a time and date that will be optimal for turnout. Analytics, baby! Wisdom insight. All right. The van. So this is where things start to get weird. So you got to get a van or something to ride in, right? So ask the party how they want to get their instruments and all the members to the gig on time. Ambushing a wagon or cart on the King's Road may be an option. And can stand in as a great option for a combat encounter. So I don't think say all that. The other way to get a cart or solve the problem, go with it. You're encouraged to come up with other options. Options below should stand in if you can't think of any. So I think I'm just going to say you're encouraged to come up with other options, but the options below will work. Yeah. Rob a wagon on the King's Road. This fight can be run on any road with enough cover to land an ambush. The cart is moving, so the party should have to figure out how to stop it, how to overcome the inhabitants, and how to make off with the cart. So it's 1 draft horse or 2 mules, 2 commoners, and 2 or more guards. probably 2 guards is actually more than enough. This is fine. Okay, alternately, you can kidnap the hedge wizard. A nearby hermit has shown himself to be something of a magic user, which I think I actually just want to stay straight up. We're going to use the mage. The mage from the monster database, which is, could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's like a CR3 or something. Fuck me, his challenge rating 6. Okay. Maybe that's not gonna work. Let's go look for something a little more. Let's go look for something a little more chilled. Ooh, so many. So many updates. Nightmare at Dogman's Point. Ooh, I like it. Flag and creative path through the maze should be rewarded. Faceted worldview. Oh my god, this is so great. Oh, everybody's actually using Notion and like filling in the. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. Alright, Goblin the Musical. Back to the start here. And in the database, we are going to sort by CR. In fact, I wonder if I can just type CR. Nope. Okay, so I need probably like CR2. Not going to work here. All right. Other way to do this is to flop over here. Ooh, I know. Okay, so one way to filter this down is to look up humanoid, because I'm looking for a caster, so it has to be humanoid. And then if I get to challenge rating and I sort descending. Cool, here we go. So here's some CR2 and CR3 humanoids. So cult fanatic. I guess druid. Druid could work, but I don't think druids get the floating disc spell. That was kind of the pitch. Maybe we can just make him have that spell, though. Let's see here. Cult fanatic might work. Let's open these up and take a look. Cult fanatic, spellcasting. So light, sacred flame, thaumaturgy, command, inflict wound, shield of faith, hold person, and spiritual weapon. I don't like any of those. The druid, on the other hand, gets druid craft, produce flame, shillelagh, entangle, longstrider, speak with animals, thunderwave, animal messenger, and barkskin. And the priest gets okay, basically the same as the cult fanatic, but with dispel magic. Okay. Let's check the SRD for this spell and see if we can even make sure that it's the right level. 5th SRD. And rules. What's a game master rule? Spellcasting here. Spell index. Spells by name. Floating disk. Floating disk is a first level conjuration spell. All right. Here in Goblin the Musical. No, okay, so I still am kind of in a situation where I really want some kind of caster here. Maybe the cultist is the right thing. It's just super low level caster. Doesn't even have spells. All right, and then the other question was, who can cast floating disc? Right? Is it? Crack open D&D if I can get floating disc on a druid or on a priest. Characters. The mountains of characters. Let's see. Do I even have Elm? Sawan. Light cleric. Legit. Spells. Manage spells. Known spells. They're floating. Nope. Okay, so clerics don't get it. I'm willing to bet druids don't either. I need to make a. Kind of sucks. I might need to make a stat block for a low tier caster. It kind of blows my mind. Brave. Do I even have a druid? I don't think I've ever made a druid. Illusionist wizard. I need. Well, oh, druid of the spore. Whenever. She's dope. That's my mushroom druid. Mushies. Spells. Spells. Nope. No floating disc. Fuck. All right. Well, shoot. I guess let's make a stat block. And we will make a stat block by copying another stat block because that's almost certainly the right thing to do in this case, right? So we're looking at CR. Right. So we want it to be like CR1 or CR2. CR2 I think is a cult fanatic. We can use that. Open this. I think we can just duplicate it. Now we can make this stat block. Call it Edge Mage. Seems legit. All right, and check out some of these stats here. I'm gonna drop the armor class to 11. Oh, wait a minute. No. Actually, here's what we'll do. We'll make it mage armor 15. So he'll be harder to hit than a normal mage or than a normal cult fanatic. But he will be easier to subdue. Make his hit point. Let's see, we're from 31 or from 33. I think 7 less hit points is probably practical enough. And 26 hit points is going to be. So how many d8s is that? For. I think it's actually just 68 because 68, so it's 24, and then plus 2. We can just say 68 plus 2. I need to take this off of 5th SRD and make this a Watcher DM one, so nobody gets gets confused by that. And actually, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my DMG. Run through these stats a little bit. So, think a Constitution. I see. All right. Well, let's just do this. Let's bring his Constitution down to 11. It does. Oh, this was wrong anyway. So it'll be 68. And we're just going to leave that. And this is actually going to be 24. So 24 hit points for the mage here. I think we can get rid of. Oh, wait a minute. He needs. Okay, so he needs intelligence rather than dexterity, or. Yeah, we'll make this stat 10. Make this stat 13. Oops. Dexterity. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, I feel like maybe he should just have like a 14 intelligence and instead of like this super high charisma. Probably fine. He doesn't need religion, and I think we can get rid of those. And what we'll do is we'll give him nature. So he's got an intelligence modifier of +2. So he'll have a +4 to his nature check, I think. And we'll have Arcana. And I think that will also be +4. And then history. Also +4. All those are intelligence checks, right? That should be fine. Saving throws. Yeah, I don't think we need to give him any saving throws. He's probably fine. His passive perception will be a 10. 11. Does he have any other senses? No, probably not. Any one language, that's fine. CR2, XP 45. Okay. So, no dark devotion here. So we need some ability that's similar in power to dark devotion, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. Hedge Mage is a 4th level spellcaster. Its spellcasting ability is intelligence, spell save, DC. I think. Yeah, this guy had a 13, so that was a +1. I think because we got the +2, it's a 12. And it's a +4 to hit with spell attack. The Hedge Mage has the following wizard spells prepared. Yeah, let's get some wizard cantrips listed here. This is my next project actually, is to like go through and get all these get all the SRD spells put into the database too, so you can access them and at them. Pretty nice. Le Chaudron Romantique Mythos Entity Generator. Pretty cool stuff. Continent of Banality. Gotta keep those pages up. Oh, quick shout out to my boy Kishin, who works at this Gridware IO. They are making Internet of Things devices to help prevent fucking forest fires and shit from electrical shorts and stuff. Pretty cool stuff. And I miss you, Kishin, and I'm glad you and Jay and Varad got to go see System of a Down last week and Korn, because that's a fucking amazing show. And I hope you find a Mindless Self-Indulgence CD, because I think everybody deserves a Mindless Self-Indulgence CD. Sorry, I know this isn't the right thing, not the right time to be doing this, but I needed to clear out some of my tabs. Alright, spells, so game rules, spells, and we're looking for wizards. And yeah, I think these are ordered already by level. So we just need to know how many of each we want to put in. Hedge Mage gets 3 cantrips, 3 first levels, and 2 second levels. 3 cantrips. I think Create Bonfire seems like a good one for a Hedge Mage. Man. Friends is such a shitty spell. Why would anybody fucking use it? Infestation could be cool. Got lice. Like that. Living out in the woods. Being a lice man. No, I don't think water. It is cool, but I don't think first, no. Yeah, I think Mold Earth. Mold Earth. Maybe Mending. And Create Bonfire. I think those are his. I know they're weird. They're like, I'm thinking like practical spells for a guy. Like this is kind of like a hermit, like bush mage. So he just needs mostly shit to help him survive. So Create Bonfire, Mending for fixing crap, and Mold Earth for like digging holes and making walls and stuff. All seem pretty practical. And then for first level, and this is why he's useful to the party, right? Is at first level he can get Floating Disc. So we'll give him Floating Disc. And maybe Long Strider. Yeah. That could make him like kind of like he can run, right? He can peace out. Yeah, I think Long Strider, Floating Disc. Maybe alarm? Better floating disc. Three first level spells. Arm. Floating disc. What was the other one? Shit. Long. All right, and then for third level spell, or for second level spells, these are the big money spells. The ones that are gonna be powerful. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Misty Step looks, I think that's probably the most useful. Hmm. I'm wondering if, I think with Longstrider, web might work too. Um, ooh, Flock of Familiars. You temporarily. First of all, I really shouldn't be looking in here for shit. I should be looking at SRD because it's totally possible that most spells are not SRD, which would make them non grata. Pickle. Okay, so we're looking at spells in the second level. Misty Steps here. What was the other one I was just looking at? Block of Familiars. There's no fucking way. Ooh, thank you. Is that coffee or tea? Coffee. Oh, thank you. Okay, well, I know I want Misty Step. I'm wondering if invisibility or levitate. Maybe levitate. One creature or object of your choice that you can see within range rises vertically up to 20 feet and remains suspended there for the duration. Spell can levitate a target that weighs up to 500 pounds, an unwilling creature that succeeds Constitution. Okay. Ah. Levitate could hold a guy up in the air for a little while. Be pretty cool. While you Misty Step and long stride away. So Misty Step, levitate. Hold those. I think those are the same spell slot amounts. Fine. Wizard does not get a multi-attack, I don't think. Does get dagger. Reach of 5, one hit creature. And those, well, most are interested of all. Edge Mage is a wilderness wanderer. Bladesong does what? Hi, buddy. Welcome on my end. How's it going? Happy Sunday. What does Bladesong do? I want to know. Oh, Bladesinger wizards get multi-attack. Yeah, that's true. This guy is kind of decidedly not a Bladesinger. He's like a shitty, like a hedge mage. He's just some guy out in the woods who's like, I know enough magic to survive in the woods. Yeah. But he's not an elf. He's not fancy. In fact, to be perfectly honest, the whole point of this guy, I'm just making the stat block for one thing. Yeah, and all he's here for is to get captured by goblins. Right? So basically there's kind of two ways that the goblin punk band can get their shit to the show. Right, these are enemy NPCs. And so they can, well, there's two ways that I'm listing here in this document anyway. Or three, I guess. So one is they can rob a wagon on the King's Road, right? They can go and just swoop somebody's thing. They gotta fight a horse, a couple of commoners, and a couple of guards, and get a wagon. Remaking it, now I'm still trying to finish it. I mean, I know I've run it like a couple hundred times, but that's an exaggeration. But yeah, like I'm trying to write kind of an adventure that you could run from it so we can publish it. So yeah, I think this, first of all, this here needs to change because this guy is not a mage. He is a hedge mage. Yep, I ran it with you. I ran it with I ran it in North Van and out in West Vancouver a couple of times at like just, you know, public D&D events and stuff. Super popular. It's always fun to play. The best part is everybody always comes up with such a great name for their band, and like they always have such a great gimmick that the game kind of like plays itself in a way. It's super fun. But that's not something you can print in a book and be like, here, you should play this. People will like, fuck. So I have to like kind of flesh it out a little bit more. He probably knows the floating disc spell. And that would be perfect for carrying all of your equipment to the show. The party is welcome to try and kidnap him for his from his hovel in the woods. And basically, it is not a go to that section because this is that section. So I need to describe kind of how he, or like describe the mechanism by which they would capture the son of a bitch. Or kidnap him. So I've sorted out his spell casting, I've sorted out his melee, and I need a description still. But there was an ability that the template I was using. So I based this off of the gotta start asking Chizants for band name ideas. Yeah. Well, I've got a pretty decent list here. The thing is, they've got to be, you know, they're like the objective is for them to be D&D themed. And so, yeah, like, of course, everybody would almost certainly like come up with their own names. But the table that we have in here, I think it's got some pretty good stuff. Ogre Magi is one of my favorites. Gnashing the Fangs, Tower of Anguish, Howling Oaths. I mean, come on, Howling Oaths. Like, the fucking shit writes itself. Blood Rain. Yeah, classic. Anyway, I'm gonna look here at, there's a section of here where it talks, section of the Dungeon Master's Guide that talks about creating NPCs and what kind of traits they have. I'm wondering if here's the right. Yeah, spell name plus adjective. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like, does that work? Give me an example. Use that formula. Let's say fireball. What's an adjective that can go after fireball that works? I like the idea. Let's kick the tires. that not? I guess it's not where I thought it was. Creating a monster, 273. That's what I was. Or before. Okay, so like Rotten Fireball. Okay, Skyward Fireball. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah. Um, you do like Bubbly Floating Disc would be a dumb name for a band. I think some band names should just be dumb because those are worthwhile. All right, here we go. Here we go. So quick monster stat blocks. Cool. They get a lot more hit points normally, but special trait. Hit points, damage, vulnerabilities, resistances. Mage. Innate spellcasting. Now they're changing all this stuff, I think. The impact that the innate spellcasting and spellcasting special traits have on a monster's challenge rating depends on the spells that the monster can cast. Okay, so he's not like a heavy caster. So I definitely want to give him some sweet traits. You have our Theros game in a few. Oh, nice, nice. So you're playing Theros with Gabe Hadley? Is that the game you're talking about? Oh man, much love, Theros. But are you playing with Gabe Hadley? Is that the one? Is that the one he's running? Hmm. Cool. Well, anyway, tell everybody I said I love them, and I hope you have a wonderful game. I know you will. And hell yeah, it's great to see you, man. Tell Ani I love her, and yeah, happy engagement too. Fucking why are olives so good, dude? Holy shit. Cheese and crackers. Sorry. All right. Yeah. Let's see. So, Hedge Mage probably knows the Flint and Dispel, and that would be perfect for carrying all of your equipment to the show. The party is welcome to try and kidnap him from his hovel in the woods. He has mostly utility and escape / evasion spells, and you should try and use that to your advantage. Indicate to the party that he is a crafty son bitch. And that attempting the kidnapping without a plan bound to fail. Bound for failure. Without a plan is planning for failure. That's what we want. Planning to fail. Crafty feller. most. He has mostly ability and evasion spells. Yeah, that's fine. All right, scavenge the materials you would need for a cart. Design the cart given the parts you scavenged and build it. The minimum requirements for a functioning cart are, make a list of what do you need to build a cart, right? Well, let's ask the internet. What do you need to build a cart? How to build and use a cart. Valheim wiki guide. Oh, cool. We're gonna use a video game. We're gonna use a video game guide for building a cart. This is kind of better than, holy shit. You will need the following materials in order to craft a cart. You'll need 20 normal wood and 20 bronze nails. Is that it? You just... You got the requirements. Time to get... do this. Mine at least 1 tin and 2 copper and smelt it into bronze bars. Finally clicked hammer equipped. Lineage tab and build a cart. Okay. Not useful. How to build a cart 5e. What do you need to build a cart? 5e. Carts, wagons, and carriages. Mounts and vehicles. Give this a... Hey guys, first post on Reddit. Just wanted to know if any of you had some idea about horse-drawn vehicles in 5e. I'm currently doing a campaign where a group of 6 level 3 characters have just invested in traded goods, and by transporting them to a city where that particular trade good, ginger, is twice the cost, have made quite a bit of profit. Want to invest in some cargo moving vehicles, however, they can't see the point of investing in any more than a single cart. According to the PHB, the wagon both weighs and costs more than a cart, and theoretically, if you just kept on tying more and more mules to the cart, you can carry an unlimited weight. That's interesting. That might be deviation from the rules that I understand. I'm going to mute real quick so I can launch my sneaks. Yeah. Let's see. So, I guess another way to look at this is just to find out how much a cart costs. Wagon or cart costs in 5e. Go from there. So it costs 35 gold pieces. And mule costs 8 gold pieces. So it would be 35 plus 16 is 51. I think. Yeah. 51 gold pieces worth of stuff. And animals. So we will just use that as a measuring stick. So we'll get rid of this. party need to scavenge at least, no, let's see, 35 gold pieces worth of material to build cart. Eight gold pieces worth of animals, donkey. No, that was right. That was the right thing. The load. Ivy. So yeah, so this is kind of interesting. You could do one way to play this out would be to use a small hex crawl where each hex offers an opportunity to scavenge materials, animals, but also present dangers. And I may end up making that. This? Oh, this. I'm gonna add hex crawl to my dictionary because, of course, I am. Oh, maybe it's supposed to be. An opportunity, cool. All right. End of the show. If party had any trouble getting a wagon, or is loading it on their own, or doesn't have an animal to haul it, they will be late to the show. One problem equals, I'm going to up this to 30 minutes. You can be up to an hour and a half late. Showtime. Performance checks. So I guess the way that this works, again, a passive performance, 8+ performance. Right. This is kind of interesting. So I think we're getting rid of this whole top section here. During the performance, yes. Okay. So during the performance, the party should devote their turns to playing music. In a passive performance of 8+ performance skill modifier, it can describe a sweet move, slick solo, or rocking jam. Roll an additional performance check to pull off the move. Each round of performance. So let's see. How do we do this? Will affect the mood of the crowd as outlined below. So let's just do like our mood list real quick. So the lowest worst mood is pissed. Looks like enraged. Pissed. Disappointed. Enraged, pissed, disappointed, and then above disappointed, oh, we've got unmoved. And then we've got like moved, digging it, rocking out, great moshing. Right, so we have like an 8-tiered kind of thing. And then, okay. Each round of performance will affect the mood of the crowd by moving up or down the mood table below. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Gabe Hadley. Happy birthday to you. When your friend has their birthday and they want donations for Planned Parenthood, you give those fucking donations, Bo. Alright. Enraged, pissed, disappointed, removed. Okay. So you're moving up and down this thing. The crowd begins in unmoved state unless the band starts late, in which case unmoved state. Down one additional state for each 30 minutes state. I think that's all right. So you can start and they will be enraged if you are an hour and a half late. I think that's appropriate. If you're an hour late, they're pissed. If you're 30 minutes late, they're disappointed, right? So you start off unmoved, and now you gotta try and win the crowd. I like that. So, the passive performance is an idea that I had because basically, as long as the player character says, "No, I'm just playing music this turn," right? Then they get like a marker going towards their success. So I think about it. Okay. So any passive performance over 11 will give the party 1 beat point or 1 music point. Performance point, I guess. No. Any embellished moves. Slick solos. Rock and jam. Of 15, adding an additional show point. At the end of the round, roll a 1d8. If roll under number of show points for the round, move the crowds move the crowd mood up one. Now this is a little bit weird because I'm using the words up and down, but kind of upside down, right? Like, yeah. I think this is where we'll just go ahead and flip these. Straight moshing is the best possible state. Now, digging it. I think digging it might change. Moved. Pointed. Okay. Once the crowd has spent 2 rounds in the straight moshing or enraged state, begin the bar fight. Below. Party manages keep the crowd out of those states. Or let's see, how long is a song? That's a song that's going to be 16 bars, right? So 16 rounds. The show will end. Party will avoid a bar fight altogether. Cool. The escape. So, all right. Yeah. All right. Well, that's a good start. It's fucking still only at 1,700 words for this. It's so crazy to me that this thing is out. It takes so long to write. Writing adventure modules take. For me, because I'm bad. I'm bad at it. Starting to get the art in for Miss Quinn's Strange Sweets, which is pretty dope. Renamed, my dude. Nightmare at Dodman's Point. Oh. Oh, snap. Is this the slasher one? Confused. Out. Serious ship ran aground below Dodman's Point. Cause of the town, sudden bout of night. Dodman. Cushion. No. Fine. Question. Confused. Okay, well, whatever. Don't worry about it right now. Blog posts. Always need so many fucking blog posts. Getting your players to care. All right. Well, I think that's about it for me today. I've got game in like an hour and a half, so thanks for hanging out while I did some D&D prep shit. And yeah, I hope to see you again sometime. If you're interested in what Watcher DM has going on, you can always go join our mailing list on watcherdm.com. You can follow us on any of our socials where we are at WatcherDM, except for Twitter where we're at WatcherDM1 because there's some guy camping WatcherDM for some reason. And then also, if you're interested in playing one of our newest, coolest adventures that's coming out, Tomb of the Vampire General is on Kickstarter now, and you can get a printed copy. You could get a signed printed copy. And a bunch of other value. We're giving all of our adventure modules so far, which there are 7, I think maybe 8 will be out by the time it comes out. That yeah, that'll all just get dumped into your inbox as PDFs for back in our little Kickstarter. So we hope to see you. You can go to tinyurl.com/TOTVG, all caps TOTVG. Or you can just look for Tomb of the Vampire General on Kickstarter. It is Kickstarter, which is kind of fun. Anyway, I love you.